start off by introducing yourself?
Hey, I'm Young Zealous. But Young Zealous, I was called Young Zealous. Since I was young, I've been like in the faith and like staying persistent, like, and stuff like that, reaching out to people and stuff like that. So, but Zealous, that kicked in when I started like learning about God and stuff like that, and it gave me a purpose. Okay, first I was an introvert at first, then I became an extrovert. And it's weird, but it's like it happened when I started believing in God more deeply, start caring for people more.
So where are you from?
I'm from Kennett, Missouri, the Booty Hill.
Okay. Have your surroundings shape you in a creative way? In what ways?
When I was young, I used to draw pictures in books, draw these little stick figures, but not just stick figures. I started adding muscle to it by scribbling.
Okay.
Stuff like that, scribbling muscles and stuff like that. I didn't know how to read all this stuff, so I was just, in some books, I would just write in it and just make them fight, stuff like that. And so, like, I was an artist, like, with the pen and stuff like that first. Then I started becoming an artist all throughout elementary, first grade, and all that stuff like that. Growing up where I came from, there wasn't too much to do. So, the only thing we had was a Walmart and a bowling alley. Depression hit me hard. Growing up there, it made me focus. I didn't have so many distractions, stuff like that. And me and my homeboys, we would rap, that's just what we know how to do, Bone Thugs and Harmony. That was our main thing. But when we started hearing Tupac, we started hearing all the people that sound good, we was like, man. But we saw the world needed like help in a sense. Our group was called MJD. Michael, Jeffrey, and DeMarcus. And then we put a D at the end to my little brother Derek.
Okay. What did you start doing first, producing or rapping? How did you get started?
I started rapping first. We didn't have no Fruity Loops, I think that's what you call it, or whatever. We didn't have no DAW, no way to record. It started in middle school, Kennett Middle School. We used to like drum and stuff like that on the bleachers and stuff like that with the pencil. So my homeboy Lewis, I can't remember his last name, I think it's Lewis Howard. He used to always do good beats, boy, and he was doing it so much. Like the teacher would take it with a pencil. And so, but we used to kill it though. Okay. Golly. Whenever we was hanging out on the bus, like in basketball and stuff like that, 7th grade actually, we would rap in the back of the bus where the bass was at. Have you ever did that before? Mm-hmm. We used to do that. We used to like, that's where the bass was, and we used to have. And so like where I'm from, like we used to be preps, hicks, I guess like rednecks, just the normal, just people, just normal, like from any type of race. But we was on the bus just rapping and stuff like that. Coach Carr, that's his name, Coach Carr. And we made up a song called What's Good? What's Good? It was so lit. My homeboy Jimmy. I'm letting you know all of it, man. I remember all this stuff, but I just gotta make sure that I let people know, like, I remember them, All right. Clayton Gibbons, Cage, Blake, Will Banks, Jimmy Gooden, Jamal, all of them, man. That's a lot of people. Cedric. But yeah, so that's what happened, and that's where we started rapping, like, beating on stuff, just anywhere. I continued till I moved to Springfield.
Is there any artists that you produced before?
Shoot, not really. No, I just did photos for people and videos, stuff like that.
Okay. Is there any artists locally that you would like to collab with?
Man, I think if I can get better myself, like, then I would like try to collab a little bit more with people and stuff. When it comes to me collabing, I fall off. Like I get distracted by editing some parts that I need to do, and then trying to write my own lyrics, unless somebody's persistent, with like hanging out with me and like, let's work together. Then it's gonna happen.
Who influenced you to do music?
Okay, so Drama.
Yeah.
Drama, like he made the song Live, Right, Live. Yeah, he's one of them. Mystical, Lil Jon, Lil Scrappy, Pastor Troy. Almost anybody that's lit, you know what I mean? Even from R&B, like Music Soul Child. Bone Crusher, DMX. I get inspiration from anybody that just sound good and your soul knows it. As far as Christian rap, Lecrae, Kirk Franklin first. It started off with Kirk Franklin. He was like the DJ Khaled of Christian rap. Okay. Or not just Christian rap, just like he was just gospel, which most people was raised up on gospel and stuff like that. They was like,
Okay.
So, yeah, him, Lecrae, 116.
Do you have anyone that you consider your mentor?
Oh, yeah, heck yeah. Sheldon Williams, for sure, and Chris Carino, one of the biggest mentors in my life. just some people in my church and stuff like that. Greg and Mary, Sean Moreland.
Okay.
He's so he worked at OTC. He was a teacher there, stuff like that. He's one of the main reasons why I went to when I went to India. That's where I made that. I got the burner song, stuff like that, because I was influenced by it. The second verse was influenced by the India experience, and that came to Sean Moreland because he was motivating me to go to MSU Chi Alpha, which that's the ministry I help out with. So, anyways, yeah, my bad. I had to say.
So how long have you been making music?
Over 14 years, for sure. Over 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you start to see some attention? Like, what song started to gain more attention than you thought would gain?
Which song? Oh.
Which made you want to do music even more?
Out of Nowhere is one of them. And
I love that one.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. That's crazy. But that one, that shocked the crap out of me. But I did that on the overnight. Like okay, first of all, let's start with this. I didn't know how to make choruses and stuff. Nobody taught me how to do that. A lot of us didn't, you know what I mean? Nobody went to those, some people did go to schools for this, but some people didn't. So I asked God, I said, God, please help me with this, because I don't know. I'll rap a whole song. That's the problem with a lot of us rappers. We'll rap the whole song, and we don't know how to do the rest of it, because you need mentors. But I asked God to help me with a chorus, help me out with coming up with that. On the overnight, it was like about 7 a.m., and I was looking outside, stuff like that. Looking outside, and then I played this instrumental, and I just started, it's just like that, just making noises, you know what I mean?
It just came to you.
Yeah, it's funny, it's kind of like speaking tongues. You know, everybody, when they talk about speaking tongues and stuff, people make fun of it, whatever. And that's where the deepest songs come from, where you're not even saying little words, but just from your spirit and heart. This new song called Social Media Addiction, like a lot of people who've heard it, like fully and stuff like that, they like, that's going to be one of the top ones right there, because it's what we all battling, you know?
What is one experience in life that without it, you wouldn't be the artist you are today?
But, okay, being an artist is far. Okay.
like example, you, because you're a Christian artist, so it's like you not going to church. If you were not going to church, would you still be the person doing the music that you're doing right now? Or you being raised in a church home, you know?
Yeah. Man, okay, so I wasn't raised up in the extra like church home and stuff like that. It was like every now and then we would go to church and stuff.
Okay.
And we'd be lucky to like catch the bus at our grandma's house or whatever, because my mom always at work, and my grandma didn't go to church. So they come get us, and that influenced me a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I was one of those kids that just didn't talk a lot. I know that's crazy. A lot of people laugh at that. You know? I just didn't talk a lot. Like I said, I was an introvert. So what happened was it attracted me when I started hearing the stories like the Bible stuff. You start hearing stories that's similar to you. You be like, man, I can relate to that. I'm like the way Jesus was treated, especially when I heard Isaiah 53, the way he was treated, I was like, yeah. When I was in the 3rd grade, I remember Miss Longino, that was her name. Anyways, but I used to get kicked out of class so many times because I used to stand up, like just not stand up literally, but I used to always say stuff when people was treated bad and nobody else would say nothing. I would say it, and then I get kicked out, and I couldn't even remember how long I was kicked out. I couldn't even remember why I got kicked out.
Okay.
but yeah, that was just that influenced me being an outcast or whatever, stuff like that. And everybody has that in their life. As long as you're a human, you can relate to that. Okay,
what was the first song you ever made? Young Zealous ever made?
Okay, there we go. Okay, back then I was Master Ace. Okay, so the first thing, that's ridiculous. But so the first song I made was I Got One Up On Me. I think I Got One Up On Me.
I got one up on me.
I got one up on me.
Please don't run up on me.
Please don't run up on me. Yep.
Okay.
I feel like the music video was not a success, but I feel like it was and it wasn't. It's a blend. I think everything has pros and cons. It was a success and a failure. But because I didn't know a lot of stuff, but still that video. Okay, when I was comparing it to a lot of people in my media class, it was okay. It was good for special effects and all that stuff like that, and not even been taught that in class yet.
So what haven't you attempted yet that you hope to attempt coming to the new year?
Man, going out a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Going out with some artists.
Are you talking about like networking more?
Yeah, networking a little bit more. You know, like Blueface Baby or whatever. He went to schools and stuff like that, and he got on top of the car and started crazy.
Perform for the
You know
kids.
what I'm saying? Like that's if that would have happened to us like back then, that would have been a different experience. Which that did happen to me. That's why I actually want to do Christian rap because that's what kind of happened with me because Sheldon Williams and Chris Carino, Seaworth and Serve, they did that. They believed in me, and and then they wanted me to be a hype man and stuff like that. And I was like, really? I just danced, and I just thought it was tight. You know, Tupac, he danced, you know what I mean? A lot of rappers were dancers at first, you know what I mean? They knew how to dance. And then somebody believed in them, or they just picked it up, and bam, they just
came natural.
Sauced it, yep.
What do you hope to accomplish this year?
That, for sure, is like I said, performing more. And matter of fact, getting better at writing songs, too, also. Not just songs, lyrics. Getting better at just getting it out there. Because I know a lot of people that know how to, they can just rap their heads off. And one day, they'll finish a song. I'm telling you, you want to... Sheldon, you know what I'm saying? It's like Tupac was like that. He would come in the studio, write this stuff out. He'd be like, what the fuck just happened?
Right.
Even the girl, what's her name? Bunny Burgess and stuff like that.
Okay.
She'd write a song that quick.
So what is the story behind your song 5 Over?
That was it was about saving people's lives in general. Now, how I started, me and my little brother Derek, we was rapping in the car over there in Elm Street, just chilling. And he used to all those songs that I made from Zealology, the mixtape, that came from him motivating me, staying in that car rapping. Like, you know, some running errands or whatever, something. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needed help, I help him out. What happened is that we was freestyling to this instrumental, and I said, Derek, because I felt the Holy Spirit, like, on me. Like, I just felt it. Okay. And I was like, Derek, point at anything. We're going to make a song out of it. He said, all right. He looked up to the side. He was in the passenger seat, and he pointed up right there. He said, and I saw speed limit. I said, okay, restart it. I said, restart him up. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a bot. I didn't buy it. It's a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that wasn't even bought. But it was a long intro. So I had enough time to talk and come up with stuff. It's like that. Then I just said, 5 over. You know what I'm saying? But people thought I said 5 over. I was like, that's not what I'm saying. 5 over. Hey. Just know we in it. Hey. I never ever do the speed limit saying 5. So it started like that, but anyways. But yeah, that's how it started. So 5 over is basically, I was talking about, it's about how, you know, ambulances and fire trucks, they going to save people's lives, right? They don't do the speed limit, you know what I'm saying? They going over. And that's what we doing like in Christian rap and stuff like that. We doing it to save people's lives, people dying.
I like the message.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's what, yeah.
What is next for Young Zealous? What do you want your supporters to know about you?
Okay, I do want to say this when it comes to social media. I feel like though people post stuff on social media, it doesn't mean that that's exactly how they are. I know, like, one of my homeboys just hit me up today, and I know how he is in person. But whenever other people see him, they think he's nagging or he just like complaining or whatever. But it's like, what does it say when you first get on Facebook? It say, what is your... What's on your mind and stuff like that. That's literally just what's on their mind, but that don't mean that's how they really, really, really are overall. There's different aspects to them. It is just so happened that whenever something, you know, that nags them pop up in their mind, that they put that on there. So it's the same way like with me sometimes. Sometimes I write it out and I delete it. But I want to let people know, like, everything that people post ain't always what they're going to choose. Sometimes it's just, you just want to get it out because you ain't been hanging out with people that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.